Hi guys, welcome to the first edition of Weiler Woodworking Wednesday. Today we got one of these Camillus knife sets. Comes with the hardware and everything. I've never done this before. I've had this for a few years now and thought I'd finally put it together. Got some time out in the garage, so let's go ahead and get at it. So the first thing we got to do is pick out some lumber to use for this handle here. So I got some cool looking boards here. This is my special little collection. We got some bird's eye maple. We got some oak with some cool figuring on it. I think what I'm gonna end up using is some of this stuff. It's just hard maple. Got little bark pockets on it all the way across the board and pretty narrow, so we won't be wasting a lot either. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this and we'll get it cut down to size, get going on this knife. Well, I went ahead and traced out the handles for this. I tried to pick the best spots with some of them little bark pockets in them, so should look pretty sweet. I'm gonna head over to the bandsaw and get them all cut up now. Well, I got these bad boys cut out on my bandsaw here, and I didn't think it all the way through. When these pieces are together, I need this piece here to go through the entire thing, so I gotta take these down quite a bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up just moving my fence over here and basically resaw these down as thin as I can, just to get this to fit through both pieces. So it'll still look cool. I figured that it was gonna be too thick. I didn't think about it, so let's go ahead and resaw this on the bandsaw. it just didn't really cut them very good. You know, this is the side that I want to use, and leading into it, it kind of ducked a little bit. Same thing with this one too, so they're still just a little too big. I tried to frickin' cut it on this end and it still started to duck, so I'm gonna just need a new blade and go from there. I guess if you got some recommendations for me, that'd be awesome. I don't really do too much resawing on the bandsaws. I just don't really need it because I have my planer and everything, but I don't know if you got any recommendations for me. I guess that'd be awesome, but we're gonna go over to that CNC machine and get these puppies flattened out. Use a little cheat code. Well, I had the right game plan, just didn't execute. I made them just a little too thin. See that pin right there? It's sticking out just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and use these pieces that I tried to resaw on the bandsaw and just use those and just cut them a little bit thicker. So that's alright. We'll just do the same thing, just cut them a little thicker and go ahead and drill them holes out for those pins. And I need to shape it a little bit more to fit the knife profile. It's really close right now, but we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, we got the good set here. It looks pretty sweet. Just gonna take some sanding and stuff and then it'll really look good. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and drill the holes for these little pins in here. So alright guys, we're looking good. So we're gonna go ahead and drill these holes. What I decided what I was gonna do, I got some double-sided tape here. I'm going to go ahead and just lay that double-sided tape right across the wood here. Go ahead and peel that off. And then you can lay this knife right on there and get it exactly where you want it to be. There. Yep, that looks good right there. Excuse me. And then I found a drill bit that was the right size for that plug. So I'm going to go ahead and just hold this down here and drill right through the whole thing. There. Pretty easy. They're lined up perfect, you know. So I'll go ahead and take that piece off. Be careful with the knife. You don't want to cut yourself. Okay, we're looking good, guys. We're going to go ahead and put these pins in. I'm going to just dump everything out right there on the table. Okay, so what I'm probably going to do here, just to get these through, Okay. And I got my little hammer here. Well, you can tell this is definitely my first time doing a knife handle. I didn't make the holes quite big enough. I was able to get them in with my little hammer, but you know, I should have sanded these off first the way that I wanted to and made them holes a little bit bigger. But I mean, overall it looks pretty cool. I guess. Well, here's the finished product. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously, I had that snafu there. I was just trying to drill a hole just to have a hole here, just like how the blade had it in here, but you know, it's no big deal. Since it was just for me, I just filled it with some sawdust, you know, and you can barely feel this crack here. It's pretty noticeable, but after sanding it a little bit, it'll be just fine. But the important thing is, you know, I learned a lot while doing this. Obviously, you can tell in the video, you know, but yeah, I guess for next time, definitely keep track of the thicknesses of the wood that I'm working with. I started out just way too thick, and I didn't think about it, you know, and I think next time what I'll do is I'll end up making a little inset here for these pins, you know, so it's completely flush. But you know, I was just working with the kit that I had, and those pins actually seem to be pretty good. I mean, overall it's going to be a solid knife, good for cutting up deer anyways. So yeah, there you have it, guys. There's a little walkthrough of building a knife. For those of you guys that made it to the end of the video, I mean, I appreciate you guys so much, and I'm glad I was able to take you on the journey of making my first knife. So I think the most important thing is realizing you don't have to be perfect when it comes to this stuff. You know, not only do you have to think about what you're doing and try to plan ahead, but wood can do unpredictable things. So you just kind of got to roll with it, and with it being my first time, I learned a lot, and hopefully you guys did too, and you don't make the same mistakes that I did. So I'm just super appreciative of you guys being able to watch and, you know, support me on my woodworking journey. So thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next week. All right.